Hello, 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 everybody. Good evening and good Sunday to you all. Yes, hello. We are back today playing some Final Fantasy XIV. We're going to be continuing what has so far been maybe one of my favorite quest lines in Final Fantasy XIV. It's a side quest line, and it involves our dear, good, lovable idiot Hilidbrand. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. But before we go to get into it, I need to quickly scooch over to the stables here at the FC. I need to check and see if I can feed my bird again. Nope. So probably about the end of the stream we'll be able to feed him again. I'm currently trying to get my bird to an adamant choice green color. And they look really pretty so far. They're like getting there. But yeah, alright, let's fucking get to it. I believe last time we left off with the Hilidbrand questline, we were in Ulda? So let's head over there. Let me see. Trying to remember where Ellie was. Because all the Hilidbrand questlines start with Ellie. They are fantastic. So we'll have to go hunt our cat girl reporter friend down, see if we can find her. I think she's at the arena, maybe. Aetherite. Gladiators Guild, please. Oh yeah, sorry for such a long pre-show. I was getting stuff to drink. I realized I didn't have anything. Okay. Actually, is this her? That is her indeed. Alright, switch over to my samurai. Ellie would share with you a shocking new turn in the Phantom Thief case. Oh boy. I was wondering when you'd show up, Gertaeus. I hope you haven't made any plans for the night, because we've got a situation on our hands. Remember our good friend, the Phantom Thief? Well, it seems he's decided to branch out from burglary to cold-blooded murder. Murder? If rumors are to be believed, he's claimed 3 victims already, all influential members of Ulta's society. Mr. Many-Faces has been kind enough to leave one of his signature calling cards at every scene, leaving no doubt as to the identity of the murderer. The message is always the same. The weight of 5 corpses will bring the scales of justice to balance. More riddles. Not that you'll hear me complaining. No, the only thing my readers like more than a good mystery is a good murder mystery. Ever since the story broke, the Mithril Eye's been selling like Pawns cakes. Pawns cakes? God damn it, Square. You and these fucking names. The only rub is that it's left me no time to look into the thief's last message until now, that is. Shall we? Alright, yeah. The hidden treasure of Ulda, was it? If there's anyone who can shed more light on this, it's you-know-who. To sun-soaked tapestries. Oh boy. Oh yeah, since the last time I played Final Fantasy, I got a new katana for my samurai. I actually really like the way this one looks. And my samurai's looking a little bit different. He's got like a casual outfit going on currently. Alright, let's fucking go. Sun-soaked tapestries, where is that at? Oh, that's like literally in the Aetherite Plaza. Hold on. To the main plaza, please. I just found out I want shoes, and I gotta get married to get them. Well, now, if it ain't my favorite venture and my favorite Mythal Eye reporter, long time with them. Tell me, what have I done to deserve the pleasure of your company today? Oh, I want his sunglasses so bad. I see. As much as I'd like to help you two of my best mates, I'm afraid you found old Wymund at a loss. Ulda has more than its fair share of treasures hidden, and otherwise, I reckon our phantom friend could be just about after any of them. I can tell you this much, though. Whatever the thief's got his eyes on, it's got the Sultan's sworn in a right dither. Word has it they formed a regiment of their best and brightest to safeguard the royal vaults from their very threat. The Sultana swarm aren't like to be forthcoming with information, but it's the only lead we've got. Come on, Gertaeus. I'd say it's time we paid a visit to the heart of the sworn. Oh, hold up, Ellie. I ain't generally the worrying type, but you may want to think twice before getting yourself involved in this. A man in my business develops a nose for danger, and this time the stench is something fierce. You're a reporter, Ellie, and a fine one at that. Don't put your neck on the line. Don't put your pretty neck of yours at risk trying to play hero. Your concern is touching, but I can assure you that I am ready for whatever dangers lie ahead. Besides, being a reporter is about more than selling papers. I have a duty to seek the truth and convey it to the people. Come, Gertaeus, time is of the essence. I'm so worried about where we're going to find Hilidbrand in this mess. Because it's about murderers and finding the treasure that he's trying to snatch, and I feel like we're going to find Hilidbrand quote-unquote dead. I could just feel it in my bones. Alright, so where are they by? They're by Alchemist Guild. Okay. What boots are they, by the way, Zero? Or shoes are you after? Aetherite. Alchemist. Oh. Humphrey. That's your name, huh? That's what you're fucking called, bud? Humphrey? Alright. Oh, only authorized personnel are allowed in. Thought bugger me with a broadsword. It's the Gentleman of Light's adventuring companion and the catty but cute reporter from the Mythal Eye. Well, well, if it isn't the self-styled Warrior of Light, tell me, what tales did you spin to the Sultan's sworn recruiter to land yourself in this position? Only the 12's honest truth, miss. Seeing the Gentleman of Light standing tall and triumphant that day, it moved me to the depths of me soul-like. I vowed to put aside my sketchy past and serve the realm just like my hero, Master Hilidbrand. The Sultan's sworn were impressed with my commitment and my sword arm, and they gladly welcomed me into their ranks. Wait, don't tell me you've come to assist Master Hilidbrand in his investigation, haven't you? Cor, why didn't you say so sooner? It's the least I could do to help the mates who untied me with my role model. You'll be wanting to speak with Phyllis. She's one of the Sworn's best, and something of a history buff, it'd seem. When she heard the thief was targeting the 4 relics of Beladai, she personally stepped forward and volunteered to lead the investigation. If anyone has the information you're looking for, it'd be her. Wait here while I get her. I can trust you not to touch anything, right? Yeah, don't make fun of the nerd's name. I just listen. Humphrey, of all the names. A pleasure to meet you, Phyllis. My name is Ellie from the Mythal Eye. As you may have heard, we're researching the Phantom Thief case and would appreciate any information that may shed light on the recent events. The pleasure is mine, Miss Ellie, and if I'm not mistaken, that would make your companion friend here one Gertaeus de Lich, yes? Hello. You know Gertaeus? As any regular reader of the Mythal Eye would, I must confess to being something of an unabashed fan of your work. Though it hardly befits my station to say this, I was secretly hoping you would show up to assist in the investigation. Doubtless the inspector, too, will also welcome a helping hand. The Sultan Sworn, the elite of Uldal's elite. I can only hope they prove more competent than that bungling mercenaries I've dealt with thus far. Inspector Brigadine. Briardine. Always one step ahead of us. Miss Ellie, Gertaeus, a moment if you would. Right there, very good. Now face me and don't move an ilm. Inspector, what is that in your... Demasking dust, a formula of my own devising that allows us to see right through the thief's disguises. Analyzing the mask left behind at Vesper Bay, I was able to identify its composition and synthesize a counteragent that would dissolve the disguise whilst leaving the wearer's face intact. In any event, it would appear the two of you are indeed who you appear to be. Brilliant, Inspector. The Phantom Thieves pulled the wool over our eyes for the last time. I fear it won't be so simple. The ingredients necessary to produce the dust are exceedingly rare. Even the entire resource of the Sultan Sworn at our disposal, we were only able to produce a limited supply. I see. Well, I suppose it's better than nothing. That said, have you been able to identify the thief's next target, a hidden treasure of Ulda, the last of the 4 lost relics of Beladai? I fear not. I've pored through the histories time and again, but the only mention of these 4 relics is a vague reference in an old prophecy. Most serious scholars consider it more than a fairy tale. When darkness falls and hope fades to despair, 4 warriors born of light shall descend in the righteous glare. The legend goes on to describe 4 sacred artifacts, one each possessed by these 4 Beladian heroes, but makes no mention as to their appearance or nature. 3 times we have tried to identify the thief's target, and 3 times he has foiled us by making off with something else entirely. Needless speculation will only play to the fiend's strengths. All artifacts of Beladian origin have been sealed within the Royal Vault, and a regiment of our finest assigned to its protection. I furnished all the guards with a supply of demasking dust, and instructed them to be on the lookout for any suspicious personages. The Blackguard will be in chains before he can lay a dirty hand on the vault doors, let alone the treasures within. You have my word, my lady. You're the traitor, ain't you? You're the man, ain't you? Random guard. But there are even more disturbing matters at hand. Doubtless you have heard of the recent rash of murders perpetrated by our quarry. The Sultan Sworn have launched an investigation, but the truth of the matter is that we have been far too occupied with the defense of the vault to make any meaningful progress. We'd be most grateful for your assistance. Could you offer it? A lady asks, and a gentleman answers! Oh boy. Here he is. I was wondering when he was gonna show up. Cast all worry from your heart, my lady. Hilidbrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, has arrived to set what is wrong and bring wicked to justice. And this must be the demasking dust that is all the talk of the palace. Ah, but you need not waste your supply on me, Inspector. I assure you that I am exactly who I claim to be. A shame that. Inspector Hilidbrand, we were not expecting you, but your services are most welcome. I will share all that I know about the recent murders. Oh boy. Here we go. The killer has claimed 3 victims thus far: the head of a publishing consortium, a high-ranking government official, and an influential scholar. Other than that, they were all influential figures in their respective circles. We can identify no common threads connecting the 3. Oh-ho! This will prove a most satisfying case to crack indeed. And what of the methods of killing? Conked over the head with a cudgel? Gutted with a greatsword? Strangulated with a subligar, mayhaps? I'm afraid that we've identified no pattern. In any event, the murder plots the deaths of the 2 more even as we speak. We must take action and quickly. Understood, my lady. Clues may be scarce, but worry not. My realm-renowned powers of deduction and are more than up to the task. I will see this burglar turned butcher delivered to justice. Your presence is heartening indeed, Inspector Hilidbrand. Friends, please take this damascene dust with you. I fear we can spare but a single satch, but I trust you will put it to good use. Also, I'm rooting for you, TC. Good luck. Oh, wait. Oh, hello. Come to accompany me on yet another case, friend? I like your gusto, but if you're auditioning to be my assistant, I fear the role has already been filled most ably. Still, a gentleman welcomes the support of all his admirers. I shall henceforth name you thusly, Gertaeus, my ever-loyal associate. And now, my ever-loyal associate, the investigation calls. I propose that we bring by inspecting the site at which the most recent victims met their demise. My questioning about the palace has revealed that the scholar's body was found not far from the 80 Sins of Sasamo. Even the most circumspect of criminals cannot help but leave behind clues. Clues that will not elude my gaze. Friends, let us be off. Pray let me should you see anyone suspicious, my ever-loyal associate. We must put Miss Phyllis damascene dust to good use. Okay. You're all going together, huh? Alright, fine. I'll catch up, I guess. Piece of shit leaving me behind all the time. Oh no, nobody waits up for the Warrior of Light. Fucking. Take a right up here, and we should be exactly where we need to be. Where are they? Oh, they're there. Oh boy. Flowers. Yes, it is all becoming clear now. Our phantom killer is a florist who, in his hurry to escape, carelessly mislaid his wares. Just what do you think you're doing, huh? I'm the one that put those flowers there, eh? To honor the memory of me poor boy, you dare defile his memory, eh? Eh? Oh boy. 1,000 pardons, my lady. Please accept my most sincere condolences on your loss. I am Hilidbrand, agent of inquiry, expector extraordinaire. I swear to you, on my own dear mother's name, that your son's killer will be brought to justice. Ahem, as I was saying, these flowers were clearly placed here by the family of the deceased, which can only mean... Leave this place. Run away while you still can. Run far, far away. Run or he'll turn you into a zombie just like my poor, poor boy. A living person turned into a zombie? Nonsense. Not nonsense, my boy. History. Or have you not heard of the horrors of the Sildi? Aye, old sibling nation against which we waged war a century ago. Much blood was shed by both sides, aye, but I speak of a far greater horrors than death. An unholy draught brewed by the Sildian alchemist, one with the power to turn the living to the undead, that his nation might command an army of mindless, deathless soldiers. The traitors spurn. They turned my poor boy into a heap of rotting flesh and ran him through, but you won't hear that from the Sultan's sworn. Thal alone knew why, but they whisked the body away before I could so much as pay my last respects. The traitors spurn. I've heard the stories, but I never thought them true. To be able to produce such a frightening thing, just who are we dealing with here? A Sildian, I'm sure of it. Aye, only a Sildian would know the recipe. But the last remnants of Sildian died 4 centuries ago, you say. Oh, they did. He calls himself the Phantom Thief, he does, but did it ever occur to you that he might be an honest-to-God's phantom? Huh? Heard the tales from my own great-great-grandmother I did about the 4 relics of Belladai and the power they hold, the power to exact justice. The specter of Sildia has returned to wreak vengeance on us. Woe, woe unto us all. Have the 4 warriors of light forsaken us? My dear boy, if only you'd become a traitor like your father, if only you'd kept your nose out of those history books and never so much breathed the accursed name Oscillity. But you did, and now you were doomed. Doomed! Okay. Same. I don't like this music. That bleeding whoreson's here somewhere. I can feel it in me follicles. The most potent hair tonic the realm has seen, that it was for all of a fortnight afore my flowing locks fell out all over again, and just as I was chatting up a lovely young lass at the quicksand, just to twist the knife an extra ilm. Mont Blanc, charlatan, I'll find this so-called inspector and his sorry band and pull every last strand of hair from their bleeding skulls. Oh, boy. The fuck was that pose? Oh, TC, that's Hilidbrand's thinking pose. That's what he does when he's thinking. That's like how he, like, thinks and concentrates. It's all becoming clear to me now. The dear old woman's testimony has confirmed that which I have suspected from the start. Like a zombie picking away at its rotting flesh, Hilidbrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, has peeled away the foul scab of uncertainty to reveal the truth within. Open your ears and feast your minds on the fruit of my flawless deduction. Ahem. Our phantom thief is a phantom indeed, a wayward spirit caught between the realm of the living and the dead of nigh on centuries since meeting a tragic end on the battlefield. As such, our course of action is clear. We must placate the tortured soul that it might abandon its vengeful vendetta and travel to the next life in peace. But what is the true nature of the specter's grievances? Without this knowledge, we cannot hope to assuage its rancor. Let us begin our research at the Thaumaturge Guild. Doubtless the tomes there contain a wealth of knowledge all on the ill blood between the sibling nations. Notwithstanding the abject stupidity of everything else that came out on your mouth, some knowledge of Sildia might serve us well. Go research as you will, and do take as much time as you need. You can count on me, Inspector Hilidbrand. You can count on me, Inspector Brigadine. Whatever knowledge is to be gleaned at the guild, it shall not escape my inspector's eye. Oh, boy. This is gonna be ridiculous. I could see it forming in my mind's eye how absurd this is gonna become. How just rapidly absurd. Alright, so we need to go to the Thaumaturge Guild, which is literally right over here. Gods be good, you're the adventurer who saved me back at the ruins. Researching the ancient feud between Uldo and Silda, are you? Why, I'm pleased to say I have more than a passing familiarity with ancient history. To understand the history of the sibling nations, one must go back further still to the birth of their mother nation, Belladai. The 5th astral era was an age of untold wonders, where the arcane arts of Burgund and the great civilization that commends such power flourished. The Age of Enlightenment would not last, however. Power bred avarice, and avarice bred resentment. It culminated in the War of the Magi, which brought the great flood of the 6th umbral calamity. which in turn swallowed once proud nations and left a battered wasteland in its wake. Mages were reviled and persecuted for having caused the catastrophe, with many forced to leave their homelands or face death. It was a small band of those survivors that found their way to Thanalan, where they would found the nation of Beladai some 8 centuries agone. Imagine a government of mages, by mages, and for the mages. What wonders might have been wrought had Belladine civilization survived to this very day. Alas, this was not to be. Interesting. History lesson time. Greetings, traveler. Would you learn of the war between Ulda and the fallen Sultanate of Sildi? It would be my pleasure to enlighten you. The two city-states coexisted for several generations while the bad blood between them boiled over, culminating in outright war. As you might have deduced from the present state of affairs, Ulda emerged victorious, leaving its once proud sibling nation in smoldering ruins. As the histories tell it, the battles fought between the sister nations were the stuff of nightmares. In a desperate attempt to overcome Ulda's superior numbers, Silidine alchemists devised a most horrific stratagem, employing a frightful formula known as the Traitor's Spurn. They brought their fallen warriors back as undead soldiers. Some theories have it that they've even employed the potion on those of the living who were too weak or wounded to fight. Sends shivers up the spine just thinking about it, no? It is truly a crowning glory of our fair nation that our forebears were able to emerge victorious against these horrors. Oh man. Is this gonna be a case where we're gonna like find out that... Are we gonna like find out that it wasn't Silidai that used these like fucked up potions, it was Ulda? And that's how like Ulda ended up winning the like war? Your taste. Don't surprise me like that. What's this? You're not here for your studies, but to learn of the bad blood between Ulda and Sildi. 2 scales, one of gold and one of silver. The gold of Ulda weighing prosperity and power. The silvers of Sildi weigh knowledge and power. But the power sought by the 2 nations differed greatly. Yes, greatly indeed. The power wrought by Uldian prosperity was that of justice and good, while the power wrought by Sildian knowledge was horrific beyond belief. The power to rip the very living soul out of a man and render him a mindless killing machine. On this matter the histories are clear, but riddle me this, my friend. Who writes the histories, and what does this say of the worlds writ within? Yes, truth can be elusive and fickle as the shifting sands. As one example, did you know that the war against the Sildi, Uldian, and Amalaj warriors fought side by side? Likely you did not, and neither did I until I encountered a faded passage in an ancient text buried deep in our archives. And yet in the histories read by the populace, you will see no mention of this most fascinating fact. Might it be someone at some time deemed them particularly truth less than convenient? But I have said enough already. What do you mean? Keep saying you're the guildmaster. You clearly probably know... He clearly probably knows everything I need. Curse him. You don't say. It's not every day someone comes to our halls to research Sildi. As a fellow student of history, though, I am more than welcome to the conversation. Beladian civilization flourished in relative peace until twin sons were born to the royal family. The 2 were fierce rivals, and when they came of age and their fathers passed, each one claimed that he was the rightful heir to the throne. With neither son willing to relinquish his claim, they agreed to split their kingdom in 2, forming the twin nation of Ulda and Sildi. But not unlike the 2 proud princes, the sibling nations developed a penchant for rivalry. My ever-loyal associate, tell me, what have you learned from your questioning of the scholars in these halls? Indeed. As it happens, I have learned much the same. Let's not take a moment to review and allow my peerless powers of deduction to work their magic. A war of succession divides the great civilization of Beladai, giving rise to the sibling nations of Ulda and Silda. The two nations coexist for some generations until ill blood boils over, culminating in outright war. Daunted by Ulda's superior military might, Silda employs their advanced alchemical knowledge to horrific ends, transforming their own citizens, alive and dead, into a fearsome undead legion. Yes, I believe I have it. The fact at hand had led me to one unassailable conclusion. Our phantom thief is a descendant of the doomed Silda, who seeks vengeance against those who reduced his countrymen to slavering zombies. To pacify his soul and send him peacefully to the next world, there is but one course of action. We must find the Sildian statesman who convinced this dreadful stratagem, and make him apologize to the thief in person for suffering he has wrought. A brilliant plan. Perhaps you'd go find yourself a shovel and dig the statesman out of his grave yourself. Leaving aside this nonsense of spirits and specters, it appears increasingly likely that our quarry shares some link to Sildian. His garish garb is no doubt meant to invoke the silver scales of the fallen sultanate. The Sildian connection would also serve to explain the rare knowledge of the Belandian relics our thief clearly possesses. But what of the murder victims? What common thread amongst them could have incurred the ire of our adversary? A few people in town spoke of a man sighted calling upon the victims in the past days. Those who saw him said he had a most frightful air about him. Wait, yes, it's coming to me. Of course! My keen investigator's senses ring out with a voice loud and clear. This man Miss Ellie speaks of just might know something. You really should stop thinking so hard. You're likely to strain a brain muscle. Miss Ellie, who is this man Who is this man, and where might we find him? My sources identify the man as Guguria, a traveling merchant known to frequent Horizon. Shall we pay him a visit? Sure. This isn't gonna end poorly. How could it? He's gonna be dead. Every time I see Horizon, just in the back of my head, I hear Minfilia's voice, "Pray return." Then a shiver runs up my spine. Yes, if you've got business, make it quick. My time's too valuable to waste chatting with every stranger who passes by. Forgive us, good sir. My name is Ellie, a reporter with the Mithril Eye. Never blinking, all seeing. You know the rest. I was wondering if we could trouble you for a few questions. Was it for the love or money that you killed them? Yes, you! The thief of many faces? Oh, he's gonna throw dust in his face. Me? A thief? What is this nonsense? I don't know who you are, but I ain't got the time or patience for this mummery. Now, if you'll excuse me, an important client awaits. I thought I recognized that voice. Oh, boy. Lady Dorildia, well met indeed. Pray tell whatever brings you to these environs this fair morning. Well, why I live here, you ham-headed half-wit. Inspector Brigadier, this is an unexpected pleasure. Do you have some sort of business with my associate here? Pray tell. Pray. Gugurian, we can discuss business after all. Business after. Pray lend the inspector here, the handsome one, whatever assistance he requires. But Lady Dirty, what about... Ah, yes, my dear Maria's name day present. I had in mind one of the prize pieces from the Estimian's latest seasonal collection. You would be able to procure one for me, yes? Or shall I eliminate the middleman and make the trip to Ulda myself? I'll say it once more, Guguria. I expect you to give the inspector and his companions your full assistance. They, yes, even the stupid one, help me regain something truly priceless. Yes, something more valuable than any mere trinket. Oh, that's cute that there's a callback to that. Fucking wave like an idiot. Alright, I'll tell you what I know, but you didn't hear it from me. Got it? I was looking into the killing on behalf of a client of mine. The thief's got himself some of that zombie dust. The traitor Spurn, was it? And his cards speak of 5 victims. It got me thinking. Sildian, 5 victims, the Arbiters of Truth. The Arbiters of Truth. I'm not familiar with that name. Few would be, on account of them being something of a secret society and all. Influential personages of the Sultanate, you see, working within the shadows to keep false knowledge about the Ulda Sildian conflict from reaching the ears of folk like you and me. False knowledge? Pray tell, just what sort of knowledge might that be? That Thal's balls, don't make me say no more. I've got a family to feed. Very well, just tell us one last thing. Who hired you, and where can we find him? Hob. His name's Hob. When he heard what I said, he told me he was going to set sail for Limsa with his 5 best sellswords to guard his back. Said there were many prying eyes at the airship docks. Said he had a private ship docked and was waiting for him at Vesper Bay. But remember, you didn't hear none of this from me. This man Hob must be one of the killer's targets. Doubtless he also knows the identity of the remaining one. I doubt that. They say the Arbiters are so secret they don't even know each other's true identities. Now, don't ask me how that all works, but Hobbs got high-ranking friends in the Brass Blades. Once he heard the victims had all been zombified, he panicked. Guess he knew what'd come next. Thank you very much, my kind sir. Once again, the ancient Mandervillian art of parley has procured for us a key morsel of knowledge. Let us seek out this Hob fellow and see what he can share with us. And let us hurry. The man's life is in danger even as we speak. Okay, bye. He's gone. Zoom. Just like that. Let's see. Where are we heading to? Probably Limsa. Oh, no, we're heading... Oh, goddamn it. Fat cat! I need you. Yeah! God, I love this mount so much. It's such a good mount. Oh. I think we're late. Master Hob, is everything quite alright? No, stand back! Ellie! Hunger, I hunger for your brains. Damn, there's no saving the man. Garteus, do what you must. I mean... Oh, I don't actually have to fight him. Huh. Yes, my first-hand knowledge of zombies tells me this particular shade of green is unmistakably that of the undead. 'Twould seem we were a few moments late to the scene. A message, and then there was one. There it is again. Is something the matter, Inspector? Indeed, Nashu, there is. Ever since I picked up the trail of the Phantom Thief, I've had this fleeting sense, a sense that someone or something is watching us. The thief might be close at hand. We should be careful. For the moment, let us return and report our findings to Miss Phyllis. Secret society or no, knowing the identities of its members may yet lead us to the final victim. I, too, had best return to the Mithril Eye. Let us meet up again. After. I'll see what news I can uncover in the meantime. You will do nothing of the sort, Miss Ellie. The streets are far too dangerous for you to walk alone. Inspector, I'll go with her. If you insist, Nashu, then I'll give my leave. But pray be wary, not just of the thief, but of Miss Ellie. She has quite the temper, as we both know. Miss Ellie, there is something I must tell you when this case is over. Be safe and promise me that you will not attempt anything rash, as you did that time when the fiend took aim at my own life. Your life, Inspector? Ah, at Costa del Sol. Yes, that was quite the ordeal, wasn't it? I like that. These three fucking look away. If you don't remember, Nashu made just crates of bombs and almost blew up Inspector Brigadier. And he still doesn't know and thinks it was the Phantom Thief who tried to kill him that day. I'll be careful, I promise. I eagerly await the day when I may hear what it is you would share with me. A secret vow? Oh ho! Consider my interest piqued as well, good Inspector. Now let us be off. Miss Phyllis awaits our report. What? Always leave me behind. Even when there's a murderer on the loose, they leave me behind. Although, to be fair, I doubt the murderer would have an easy time dealing with the Warrior of Light, but, you know, it's the thought that counts. A fourth victim? Thal have mercy. Were you able to glean aught of the connection to the other victims? The Arbiters of Truth? No, it cannot be. Somebody help! Uh-oh. Miss Ellie, the voice came from the direction of the vault. We must hurry. Miss Ellie, are you hurt? That man, I only thought to ask him a few questions before I knew what was happening. He was upon me. I could only bash his brains in with a conveniently placed bottle of mead, it would seem. Haha, remind me not to get on your bad side, Miss Ellie. That said, is Nashu not with you? She saw a figure lurking in the shadows and went off in pursuit before I could stop her. This man was wearing the armor of the Sultan's sworn squire, yet his face is unfamiliar to me. Something is amiss. The thief of many faces? To think we would find our man like this. Thrice and again did the fiend elude our grasp, but no more. By virtue of a gentleman's ingenious deduction and a lady's pugilist God damn you, Hilidbrand. And a lady's pugilistic prescience, I declare this case solved. I return this satch to you, Miss Phyllis. Whilst the gesture was appreciated, in the end it proved superfluous to cracking the case. While you're at it, is there anything else of immense value that you'd like to wantonly destroy? What is the meaning of this? Ingenious, a double disguise planted by the thief to throw us off his trail, no doubt. This is Goyage, one of my most capable men. I assigned him to guard the vault and outfitted him with an ample supply of damascene dust. It is inconceivable that the thief could so easily elude his grasp. Unless the thief was not wearing a mask? Speaking of which, has anyone seen Miss Ellie? No, that's impossible. Of course, it all makes perfect sense. With the Phantom Thief to thank for her burgeoneering readership and rise through the ranks of the Mithril Eye, Miss Ellie could not bear to face the possibility of her story of a lifetime coming to an end. Thus, she hatched a plan, too. My lady, the vault's been breached. The wise man's whisper, it's gone. For her foul crimes against the Sultan, I hereby declare Ellie of the Mithril Eye, the thief of many faces, an enemy to the state. Deploy all troops and do not rest until she is in custody. And now the game is truly afoot. Bah, what is the meaning of all this racket and rumpus? And just as we were about to make our triumphant return, isn't that so, Endiku? Miss Ellie, the shadows you said you saw. I think it was just a dormouse. Poor Nashu. To think he'd literally stumble face first onto the second mask. His good fortune truly knows no end. But not to worry, yes, I dare say the Phantom Thief has another trick or two up his sleeve. Not even the shockingness turn of events will deter the famed agent of inquiry. My ever-loyal associate, we must find Miss Ellie quickly. Surely, if confronted by her consort of companions, she can still be convinced to abandon the full plan. Oh, Miss Phyllis, I thought you had already departed in the company of your men, but all the better. Shall we conduct the search together? I fear that would only put them at greater risk. You see, the fifth and final member of the Arbiters of Truth, the Phantom Thief's final target, is none other than Hilidbrand Mander. Me, mind you, it is not a role I sought of my own accord. My name and my passion for history are somewhat well known in the Sultanate. One day I received an anonymous letter stating that a proposition in the committee had opened and I had been chosen to fill it. The letter went on to enumerate my duties to prevent the spread of historical lies that would sully the name of our illustrious nation. At a high-ranking officer in the Sultan's sworn, I was deemed to be a particularly unique position to serve as the arbiter. I knew that there were other members of the organization, but was told nothing of their names or identities, to think that my unknown compatriots were the victims all along. I cannot put any more lives in dangers. I will sequester myself in a place where my presence can cause no harm until such a time as the killer is apprehended. Your concern for our well-being is most touching, Miss Phyllis, but there is no need for such causation. For such causation. As a seasoned inspector, I am more than capable of protecting a lady in distress, and as a gentleman, that is exactly what I shall do. My associates here also stand at your side. Speaking of which, has anyone seen my loyal assistant? Inspector, over here. Ah, there you are, Nashu. You really shouldn't run off on your own like that. I was worried sick. I'm sorry, Inspector. Miss Ellie said she saw somebody in the shadows, so I went to take a look. Now, there wasn't anything there but a dormouse, but it was a really cute dormouse, you see. It kept squeaking and scurrying away, and I just... Pardon me for a moment, Nashu. Yes, my inspector senses speak to me. Someone is watching us, Gerteus. Let us split up and canvass our surroundings. Interesting. A water-stained letter. A water-stained letter lies conspicuously on the floor. Be wary and be warned. Uh-huh. Trust no one and your friends all the less. What? A water-stained letter lies on the floor. This will avail you well, use it wisely. You obtain a satch of demasking powder. In the next instant, you feel an intimidating presence behind you.
Ho ho ho! If it isn't my beloved son's staunch companion, the mighty Gerteus. I was in the area on a matter of business, which I curtailed when I felt a suspicious presence from the shadow. Pursuing it led me here. Mayhaps it is the same for you.
Hey, Godbert. What's up, man?
Oh, so your pursuit of the thief of many faces has taken quite the unexpected turn, and now you have come upon a series of anonymous letters? Mayhaps our watcher in the shadow is a friend, or is it this but another trap laid by the fiend? Yes, the plot thickens like a dollop of salamander oil. In either event, I dare say the circumstances call for utmost caution. The thief could be anywhere, or anyone, myself excluded, of course. No mere mask could replicate the physique of a Mandeville man. That said, I fear my dear Hildy may be a bit over his head this time. Allow me to assist you in your investigation. Were anything to happen to Hilidbrand, his dear mother would be, not pleased.
Oh, boy. Whenever Godbert shows up, that's when shit really gets fucking wild in these quests. Oh, boy. He's wearing clothes now? He usually wears clothes. I think the only times we've caught him is when he's, like, hunting, which I guess he does naked.
If the sender speaks true, the villain even now lurks within our midst, and yet we have but a single satch of demasking powder at our disposal. We must identify the imposter beyond reasonable doubt before we proceed. You know the players better than I, Gerteus. What say we have a few words with each of them, and see if aught seems amiss?
Hello. Miss Ellie is the phantom thief. It is the only logical conclusion, and yet I cannot help but feel that another truth still evades us. Am I doomed to share the same fate as the others? I'd sooner die than become one of those things. Inspector Bryden told me all about it. Who'd have thunk Miss Ellie was the phantom thief all this time? She sure fooled me.
Nothing particularly odd about any of them, you say. It stands to reason the fiend could not take such a risk if you were not utterly confident that he could pull off the ruse.
Because this is not half the fool his son is, I must elude him, and quickly, time is of the essence. I questioned the Sultan sworn outside. To a man, they insist they have seen naught of Miss Ellie. Wherever could she have gone? Father, what brings you here? Yes, finally, the pieces are coming together. Now, if you would kindly stand still and shut up, the fiend already stands among us. Inspector Breeding, I should hope you are not doubting me. While I'm quite convinced that even a master impersonator would struggle to recreate your particular brand of idiocy, the fact remains that anyone here who has spent even a moment alone must be considered a suspect. The thief has proven to be highly efficient at assuming new identities.
An astute observation, my gangly friend. I'd say this occasion calls for a dose or two of that powder Gataeus here found earlier. There wouldn't happen to be another satch or two lying about, would there?
What remains of her supply has already been distributed to the search parties, but worry not, they should be reporting back within the bell's time. Ha. Time might be against me, but you watch. I'll wiggle my way out of this and turn into the reeking, drooling corpse you deserve to be.
I fear that is more time than we can afford, Miss Phyllis. Fortunately, my powers of deduction will lay the fiend's face bare within minutes. We know that given the choice, the thief prefers to impersonate familiar personages. As Miss Ellie had only passing interactions with my dear father, we can safely eliminate him from the consideration. That leaves myself, Nashu, and Gataeus here. Nashu and I, in particular, have had a close and extended relationship with our subject. I shall begin by questioning my own assistant. I assure you that none know her better than I.
Brilliant reasoning as ever, Inspector. Go on, ask me anything. Of all the times for this overstuffed buffoon to start talking sense, if he asks me anything too obscure, my cover is as good as blown. My relationship with Nashu is so close, I dare say, at times, it is as if we were share a mind. If this Nashu is truly my ever-loyal assistant, should she have no trouble completing my thoughts. Ahem. I'm Amanda Mandeville. Man. Doing what only a Manderville can.
From the peaks of Korthus to Thanalan, Manderville.
Man, you're the best, Inspector. A perfect score, you may rest easy, dear friends. This is unmistakably, unequivocally, undoubtedly the true Nashu. I've never loved you more than now, you marvelous muttonhead, you. Nashu, is something the matter?
Just because you've picked up a few more wrinkles beneath the eyes, there's no need to avert that charming face of yours.
Wrinkles, look who you're talking to, you crusty cretinous old. Well, genius, Inspector. The charade is up, Miss Ellie. Miss Ellie, you look somehow different? Interesting. Seven hells, done in by a muscle-bound muttonhead and his motley troop of murmurers. Just who are you? Your resemblance to Miss Ellie is most uncanny, and yet... Consulting Inspector Breardine, once again you failed to measure up to your lofty reputation. Of course we resemble each other. Ellie is, after all, my own flesh and blood, my beloved sister, and my eminently capable partner in crime. 1,000 faces I may wear, but only one name do I bear. You can call me Say. Charmed, I'm sure. Are you quite alright? Why do you look as if you've seen a ghost? Despite my moniker, I assure you that Ellie and I are no specters. What we are, mind you, are the last living scions of Sildian aristocracy. Bemused, are you? Befuddled to find two sisters behind the mask? Try using your brains once in a while. Every time you encountered the thief, Ellie was standing right in your midst. No, the thief that 4 times stole the show, oh, and those priceless relics was me. Meanwhile, Ellie hid in plain sight, supplying me with just the knowledge I needed to stay one step ahead of my pursuers, all while spinning the hair-raising tales of my exploits that won the hearts of this nation. We owe a lot to you, truly. Why, without the tales of your hapless attempts to catch me, we never could have risen to the heights of this celebrity. Miss Cece, from a gentleman to a lady, I would ask that one thing and one thing only. Just what is it that you and Miss Ellie hope to accomplish with all your schemes? Justice. 400 years ago, Oldian dogs reduced our great nation to a nation of zombies. At long last, the cowards that would still justify these foul deeds will suffer the same fate. Wait, the histories say that it was the Sildi that turned their own men into zombies. The histories lie, and you work for the shadows, silencing those who would speak the truth. You should have died with your fellows, false arbiter. It was Uda that ordered the creation of that dreadful powder and wielded it as a weapon against our proud ancestors. The sister of our glorious sultan is built on a lie.
What is this madness you speak, woman?
Not madness, truth. The powder in my possession was stolen from the Uldan armory 4 centuries ago by one of my ancestors. They say it was his final act of courage in the moment before his leg fell off and his rotting head dropped from his shoulders. This is the truth that the histories don't tell. The truth that this doe-eyed Sultan sworn would kill to keep buried deep within the sands of Thanalan. But your time of reckoning is nigh. Oh yes, before long you and everyone in this rotten nation will know firsthand the horrors my ancestors knew. And just what do you mean by that? Oh, how the idiots lap up the stories. A masked crusader for justice, a dashing rebel waging battle against an authority. Oh, if only they knew. But they will see soon enough when they're eating each other's brains out on the streets. In the last days before our proud nation was razed to the ground, a band of the final survivors stole a vast quantity of the powder from the Oldian vaults, hiding away in a secret vault sealed with powerful magics. The sole mean by which the vault may be opened, by assembling 4 secret relics from Beladai, 4 relics once housed in the loyal palace of Sildi, before the Oldian dogs stole them and claimed them for their own. And so it dawns upon you at last. Yes, even as we speak, Ellie makes for the vault, the 4 relics safely in hand. Just think, one day you'll be able to tell your grandchildren you were there when the zombie powder rained down on Ulda. No, wait, you'll all be dead. Preposterous. Huh. But first you, my dear, you will not even have the pleasure of looking upon the last moments of your precious homeland. Let your flesh rot like all your rotten lies. I think not, Miss Cece. God damn it, Hilidbrand. Hilidbrand! You idiot, just for once could you not get in the way? Godbert Mandervale, I can't even trust your sorry arse to look after him for a day. Oh my god. I knew it, that presence watching over us from the shadow was you, my dear wife! Ahem, am I to understand that you are Hilidbrand's mother? Aye, this is more like it. Hand to hand, skillet to skillet. It's enough to send a warrior's pulse racing. Prepare yourself, Gratias. The time of our final confrontation is nigh. Oh my god, he's dead. Do you have popotes for brains, you overstuffed buffoon? My beloved boy's been turned into a stinking corpse if you hadn't bloody noticed. You, Gertaeus or something, was it? Yeah? Hildy told me all about your hijinks together. Pleased to meet you. My dear boy has always had a bit of a rebellious streak, what can I say? I can come on a bit too strong at times. But can you blame me? This time I thought I'd sit back and leave things to my sorry-arsed husband here, and look at what that got me. You'll help me out, won't you? Yeah, whatever you say, lady. Fucking... Oh, wait. Oh, I really just wanted him to be, like, in the wall still. Reunited with my dear boy for the first time in ages, and just look at him, he's green. Fortunately, there's still time to reverse the zombie curse, and I know just the remedy: a phial of holy water. The ingredients are simple: a tatter of oversoul rags and a phial of twice distilled water. A guy at the market stocks the former, and the latter you can procure from a trader by the name of Guest. Now hurry! Once the poison spreads through his veins, no antidote will save him. In the meantime, I will search for the bumbler's bumbling assistant. With any luck, Miss Nashu is still alive. Ouch, that's smart. Ye gads, Hildy. You're looking none too hearty yourself. No thanks to you, you bumbling oaf. Now are you going to accompany Gertaeus here and make yourself useful? Or do I have to reintroduce you to the wall? But of course, my lady, Gilgamesh is ever at your service. The man at the sun trees, was it? Come now, Gertaeus, there is work to be done. I can't fucking even remotely think how to pronounce that name. I ain't got the slightest clue. Inspector Hilidbrand's mother? Oh my god. You know, I was expecting a lot of things to happen. I was not quite expecting that. That has taken me by quite the surprise. Oversoul rag, as you say. I fear that I have only a single tatter left in stock, and it's already been spoken for. But my good man, you must reconsider my dear friend's life, and quite possibly my own as well, hang in the balance. I sympathize with your plight, friend, but a man has to make a living. I've been promised a copious supply of rare chimera membranes for these rags. Unless you can offer me the same, no deal. Gah, and you expect us to be able to summon such a rarity out of nowhere at a moment's notice? Well, look what we have here, if it isn't the warrior elite from the Colosseum. Funny, who you meet at the market. Oh, hello. As it happens, I have just returned from my training and the slaying of 10 chimeras just happened to be my task for the day. If it's chimera membrane you seek, you're more than welcome to a share. My lady, you are far too kind. Don't mention it. If I hadn't been for Inspector Hilidbrand and Gertaeus here, I'd still be tag teaming with that slimy beast and cheating my way to fame and fortune. And a woman who pays her debts. thall take me if it wasn't Alvia of the Tempest. Ever since she confessed to her trickery and started climbing back up from the bottom of the ranks, I've been proud to call myself one of her biggest fans. Why I've half the mind to give you these rags you seek simply for the privilege of meeting her. A kind sentiment, my good man, but we are more than happy to uphold our side of the bargain, aren't we, Gertaeus? And with this, our task here is done. Now, let us find this traitor named Guest. Guest. What a name. Wait, where is he at? Oh, he's... Okay. I'll warp to the Alchemist Guild. This is actually a pretty long quest chain. Usually these are like pretty like short, maybe like an hour or two at most. This one's actually pretty lofty. Wait. Oh, okay. I was supposed to say, I was like, wait, what? The finale for the Realm Reborn arc? Oh, right, because I know that it goes... I know that Hilidbrand's... he gets, like, a quest line in each of the expansions up to Stormblood. I don't think he has one in Shadowbringers, sadly. Though I'd love for something to happen. For him to end up in Shadowbringers. The blundering Manderville boy is on his last legs and needs something of mine to save him, you say? Perhaps you can give me a good reason why I should care. Those bloody Mandervilles are richer than the traders themselves, yet they have the audacity to haggle me down to the last guild for every purchase. If the family line ended today, I'd be happier and a wealthier man. And now I believe the bowel room calls. Good day to you, and do pass along my condolences to the grieving parents. Have you not a shed of honor or compassion in that spindly body's business rival or no? The man is on death's doorstep. After the events of that day, my father will not so easily forgive and forget, but it matters not to me. No, my love for you is as deep as the seven seas. I beg of you, my lady, may I have this dance? Gertaeus, what a lovely surprise. Are you here for the ball, perchance? Heavens, the poor inspector. Well, if it isn't the Lapis maiden in the flesh, what say you bid farewell to these preening fops and scruffy adventures and share a dance with the cultured gentleman befitting your great beauty? Why, it would be a pleasure and an honor both, my lord. Provided you first provide my good friend Gertaeus with a bottle of twice distilled water that he seeks. Oh, get got, boy. You know this man? Bah, if that is the price you would set, then so be it. Take it. It's barely worth its weight in guild anyway. Now, shall we, Miss Arabella? Thank you. And thank you, Miss Arabella. I know Hildy to be a worthy rival, but to think he was this beloved by so many. Clearly this realm would deeply mourn his loss. Quickly, Gertaeus, let us deliver these goods while there is still time to save him. Yeah. Where is he dying at? Oh, he's literally right over there. I trust the two of you wouldn't dare come back empty-handed. Nope, here you go, ma'am. Bloody brilliant. I'd take you over my muscle-headed half-wit of a husband any day. Well, oh my. Now just stand back and let me show you some real Mandervale home cooking. Thaw, ye bloody bugger, guide my skillet. Aye, that should stop its spread. Now it's up to Hildy to flush what's left out of his system. Don't worry, he's my son, after all. I reckon he's still got some good fight left in him. Look who I found. She was slumbering, obviously, in a rubbish-strewn corner of Pearl Lane. Boy, did the nap feel good. Yes, I'm sure it did. Gertius, word has it that Ellie has been sighted at the Sildian ruins. We must go there with all haste. You've done well by my dear boy today. Don't worry, I'll handle things from here. There's a nice warm bed for him, and I think I know a few specialists who might know a thing or two about his condition. What in the seven hells are you standing around for? The future of Ulda is at stake! Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Gertius, my strength is yours as well, for Ulda and for our friend Hildy. You remind me of my husband, with you're having more muscles than sense. If you're so keen on making yourself useful, why don't you run to the markets and bring me some fire crystals? Keep my dear boy warm is key to fighting off zombification. Let's see. I believe 20 crates or so should suffice. I am a warrior, not a... Yes, ma'am. Just fucking buying fire crystals by the crate. I say, Enkindu, the burden we must bear simply to secure my long-awaited final confrontation with Gertius. That said, the events of today have given me cause to reflect. Gertius and Hildy both. Oh, to be blessed with such veritable legions of friends and tried and true. But alas, not I. No, only one true friend have I ever known, and she is long lost to me. You are a fine bird, and have given me great comfort in my travels, but you are never be Enkindu, my one and true companion. Oh, my friend, were you here with me, even Gertius could not stand against our combined might. Oh, Enkindu, wherever you may wander, hear my words and return here to my side. Enkindu, do you hear me? Enkindu! Ye gads, what's that flash from the heaven? It nearly blinded me, and what, the crystals, where have they gone? Fancy meeting you here, old friend. That voice, could it be? My faithful companion, why must you always make me wait so? Interesting. Oh my god, please. Well. Perfection. Like, there's all wind up. Oh my god. What are you just doing dilly-dallying around here? Let me jog your memory. There's a moon-sick maid dragging around at the Sildian excavation site with her mind set on turning Ulda into land of the waking dead. Your concern for Hildy is most touching, but don't you worry, Mommy Dearest isn't gonna let her beloved son kick the bucket that easily. Alright, we're going to an excavation site. I fucking love these quest lines. God damn, they're so good. Alright. Cat, away! Oh wait, this isn't the cat. Hold on. There we go. Cat, away! We've managed to track down Miss Ellie just up ahead, where your friends watch over her as we speak. Yet no matter how many times we try to reach out to her, she refuses to so much as answer. Needless to say, we considered physically capacitating her, but that crate she's sitting on, isn't just a makeshift chair. It's filled to the brim with the traitor's spurn. One misstep and the consequences could be dire indeed. Your only hope, Gratias, even in her single-minded rage, surely the time you spent together must still count for something. You need not put yourself in undue danger. I only ask that you step forth where your voice may be heard and call out your friend's name. I beg of you, Gratias. Surely if anyone can convince the woman to abandon her madness, it's you. Where is she at? Okay, so we need to be here. Oops. I actually like that this is like a feature in Final Fantasy, that like sometimes you actually have to like type stuff out in character, or like say certain phrases in areas and quests to like activate stuff. It's like a neat little touch. Gertaeus, I suggest you leave this place while you still can. I bear you no grudge, but should you so much as think of interfering, I'll not hesitate to turn you into a zombie too. So it was you after all. Consider me disappointed. Your sister Cece is already in custody. Surrender now and I will see that no harm befalls her. How little you understand us, Inspector. Then again, how could one born into a life of power and privilege ever hope to understand? Cece and I have no families, no friends, no fortune, nothing. Two sisters against the world with only our quest for justice to give us meaning. Long ago we made a vow. Should the worst happen, our mission takes priority over all. Yes, over our own wretched lives. Do you see now? Anything I might have once had to lose, I lost long ago. Now stand down or suffer the same fate as the olden dogs you would defend. At least stop this madness. I'm sorry, Inspector. There's too many of them.
All in a day's work for a Manderville man!
Oh my god. What? Son of a bitch. You only delay the inevitable. I have an entire legion of the undead at my beck and call. Face it, it's only with Inspector Hilidbrand's ridiculously good fortune that you even made it this far, and he's as good as 6 fulms under. Be forewarned, girl. Know that I speak from experience when I say underestimating Hildy, and you will do so at your own peril. I'm afraid you underestimate me as well. No mere splash of holy water can stave off the effects of traitor's spurn. I fear the good inspector's luck has finally run out. Thal's balls, is there no end to them? I'm not liking our chances. Greg, was it? It's a shame to lose you, Gertias. Warrior of light that you are, you might yet have served one last purpose for us. Go forth, my zombie minions! Oh my god. When darkness falls and hope fades to despair, 4 warriors born of light shall descend in the righteous glare. Bugger me with a broadsword, are my eyes to be believed? That pose. No, these are not 4 warriors of light I see. They are 4 gentlemen of light. Just so, my good man, Hilidbrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, has made his triumphant return. Did you miss me? No. God damn it. The fucking bald head. Aye, we meet again, girl. Tell me you've got my snurble tonic, or I'll fashion myself a wig from your lovely locks after I rip them clean off your bloody head. Oh, hello there, Mr. Elazar. Core, you're looking absolutely resplendent today. Impossible. The holy water couldn't have cured him. It didn't. Fortunately, our overlord spent quite some time building up an immunity to zombie powder. When we heard that Master Zombiebrand was at risk of joining the actual dead, we knew we had to take action. An immunity to... I'm just going to pretend that makes any kind of sense. The game's up, Miss Ellie. Pray abandon this madness. Besides, plots of mass murder hardly suit a lady like yourself. It's over. It's all over. Inspector Braden, you said there was something you would tell me when this was all through. I imagine you have no words for me now. Ellie, your powers of deduction are wanting. You said that you had lost everything and everyone you had to lose, did you not? As for me, I have found someone with whom I intend to never part. I care not if it takes years, even decades. When you emerge from your gaol cell, a free woman, I will be there. What say you? Aww. It's oddly sweet. I'm actually kind of surprised. Miss Ellie, while the crimes perpetrated by you and your sisters are unpardonable, you are far from the only ones guilty. On behalf of the Syndicate, I offer my apologies for the false apparition cast upon your ancestors. You said that the nation of Ulda was built on lies. Seeing what I have seen today, I cannot deny your words. It will not be an easy task to rewrite, nay, restore history, but know this, I will do everything in my power to bring the truth to the fore. I like that the zombies are just in the background posing. Ahem, are we not forgetting someone here? And by someone, I mean me. Hey Harper, welcome back. If you're quite done playing Cloak and Dagger, I require Gertase's presence for a matter of far greater importance. Aye, the time of our too long delayed confrontation is nigh. Do we have to fight? Why the long face, friend? Ah, but mayhaps this will have you singing a happier tune. Could it be? The Treaty Blade? The true one at that? None other, and I have not the slightest intention of parting with it, save to the one who would defeat me in single combat. Ah, but I misspeak, it will not be single combat this time. Is that the cue, old friend? Oh my god, who is that? Oh my god. Thal be merciful, what is that abomination? Some new breed of void scent? Abomination, I'll thank you to address my companion with courtesy, girl. Ah, but 'twas the most curious thing. There I was, hauling a crate full of crystals for Hildy's mother, and thinking how much better things would be if my dear friend Enkidu were here. Then came a flash from the heavens, and the next thing I knew, there she was. By the gods, it makes perfect sense. Doubtless the crystals heard Greg's heartful plea, summoning forth his friend, nay, no mere friend, but rather the primal Enkidu. Oh, it's a fucking primal? Oh, no. And the world has now completely and utterly ceased to be by the bounds of laws and logic. Gataeus, you may have bested me in the past, but facing the two of us together will not prove so easy a task, and yet I trust you will not shirk from the challenge. I, Enkidu, and I shall await you at Ombrador Keep. Tis away from here, but whatever venue for a climactic confrontation. If you would claim the Treaty Blade, then claim it from me as a warrior. To the skies, Enkidu, to the skies! Two against one, that's not very gentlemanly of you, Greg! Come, Gataeus, to Ampador! This is a grave development indeed, to think that one man could summon a primal on his own. I must send word to the Scions at once. Hello? Oh, but of course, I'd nearly forgotten we had a warrior of light in our very midst. Please, Gataeus, you're our only hope to slay the primal and reclaim the blade. Hello? I can't get over the zombies in the background. God damn it. See, he didn't have clothes on again? That's because he fought. For whatever reason, Godbert strips down to his underwear when he fights. I couldn't tell you why, but it's just what he does. Oh, when it's raining. Although, this seems climactically appropriate. Hello. Ahem! Is that you, Gataeus? Pray forgive me, I was right on Greg's trail when I encountered a subterranean curiosity that demanded my immediate attention. I will be conducting my investigation forthwith, but in the meantime, might I trouble you to entertain Greg and his primal friend in my stead? Together we will reclaim the Treaty Blade from that knave, Gataeus. Yes, just go on ahead, I'll be along directly. God damn it. Alright, let's unsync this. What would this be called? Do you find it Gilgamesh in the battle in Why is it called the battle in the Big Keep? God damn it. Oh, god damn it. Oh, I'm sorry, I said I didn't see your message. I absolutely would have brought you along, friend. At long last we meet again on the battlefield. I dare say Enkidu shall come to enjoy our tussles as much as I. You, however, might not find this one so enjoyable unless you enjoy getting pounded senseless. Killing Enkidu first. Okay. Ooh, this might actually be pretty tough. Well, maybe. Ow. Oh, right, I forgot you do the chicken thing, don't you? You son of a bitch. I love the OG Final Fantasy music. It is pretty great, actually. She can go in tornadoes. Oh, okay. Oh, god damn him. Ow. Oh, tornadoes right next to each other. Fought on Enkidu, my dear friend. Enkidu, are the bonds of our friendship so fragile? Oh, I feel kind of bad for killing him now. Ah, it wasn't too bad. This music actually is pretty great. Alright, Gilgamesh. Let's settle this. Me? Run away? Ha! I was but seeking out a better place for the confrontation, but in FFXIV now we fight like men, and ladies, What? For Gilgamesh, it is transmogrifying time. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Oh my god. The mightiest warrior ever to grace Eorzea stands before you, by which I mean I, Gilgamesh. Prepare yourself. Huh. Alright. Let's fucking do this. Woo! Dance time. Uh-oh, someone just woke the dragon. Uh-oh. I'd rather not, if at all possible. Pardon me. God damn you. Hey, there we go. To think that my full complement of arms would avail me not. No more hijinks from Gilgamesh, you have my word. The Treaty Blade 2 I shall return, just as soon as remember where I hid it. What do you mean? God damn you. Anyway, I yield to your unparalleled prescience. Fucking hid it away and you forgot where he put it. God damn it, Gilgamesh. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Oh my god, you get the chicken as a... You get his little green chicken as a minion. Oh my god, that's amazing. Not. Ha! I lied again! Like a rug. Oh, it kills me. God damn it. You can take that fussy old blade for all I care. I thirst for true power, and not has the strongest. Warrior of Light, you have proven a worthy opponent, but I warn you, treasure every moment with your weapon. For as sure as day follows night, the hour will come when I claim it as mine, till we meet again. Oh, you pulled yourself out of the ground, I see. What ho, Gateus! Have you seen Greg and his oversized avian companion? Lead me to them at once, we shall deliver a coup de grace together. The battle has already been won. That is triumphant news indeed. Clearly the lessons you have learned from me have been for naught. God damn you, Hilidbrand, have not been for naught. And what's this you say? The treaty blade lies hidden somewhere in the nearby wood? Worry not, my ever-loyal associate, for no buried treasure will escape the keen eye of Hilidbrand, agent of inquiry and expector extraordinaire. Now, which way was the forest again? Gateus, what news of the primal and the treaty blade? Remarkable. I knew the Warrior of Light would emerge triumphant. Let us hope that Inspector Hilidbrand enjoys similar success in finding the blade. Such design, such craftsmanship, at once bold and powerful, yet sensitive and refined. I believe I've found the inspiration for my next masterpiece. Of course they're beautiful. They were the greatest treasures of lost Silda. To think that they were locked away in the vaults of those that destroyed our homeland and dragged our ancestry names through the mud. And just how did you come to know these long-lost relics? There was an ancient scroll passed down in our family, left to us by our dear grandmother. It spoke of the 4 warriors of light. She fell asleep. Their 4 relics and an incantation of untold power. If we could have wielded this magic of legend, Ellie and I might still have had the last laugh. Alas, speaking the words had no effect. Only a warrior of light can wield the power. Or so the legend goes. What I wouldn't have given to see it. The ultimate achievement of the greatest mages this realm has ever known. And just what sort of incantation is this? The ring cast open the door of justice. The wise man whispers a verdict true. Izymen's virtues shine down from the heavens. To complete the incantation, the warrior of light would then hold forth the treaty blade and speak, "Blade in hand, I swear unto you." The legends differ as to what happens next, but all speak of a great holy radiance shining down from the heavens. Over here, friends, Hilidbrand, agent of inquiry, Expecta in Shordnares, returns with the tidings most triumphant. God damn it. Behold, safe in my hands, none other than the treaty blade, and the real one this time, I swear unto you. Yes, yes, just like that, I swear unto you, then... My word, whatever is this odd tingling sensation? Ridiculous, Hilidbrand isn't a warrior of light. He's just some fool who thought he could stop the lesser moon with his own bare hands. It would seem the treaty blade is just as confused as the rest of us. No, the light, someone stop it. I won't stand to see the legendary power of our forefathers wielded by that muscle-bound buffoon. Please let it blow up. Is it just gonna blow up and send him flying? Yep. Skyward ho! Well, I dare say that proved to be a most useful incantation indeed. And so the light of justice that shone from the treaty blade banished the shadow, returning peace to the land. So the legend ended. I must say I never expected it to be quite literally a beam of light. I suppose it wouldn't have been much use after all. Inspector, oh Inspector, wait for me! Thall's balls, Hildy. First you almost die on your poor mother's feet, and now you fly off to God knows where without even giving her a kiss goodbye. Ho ho ho! It appears that a case of wanderlust has once again struck in Hilidbrand, as it has many a Mandeville before him. Godspeed, my boy. When the day comes that you tire of mystery solving, your dear old man will be here to pass on to you the family art. So in the end, the Sylvian incantation of legend was wielded not by a warrior of light, but a gentleman of light. Well, the treaty blade is some 6 centuries old after all. Perhaps it's not quite as sharp as it used to be. The magic that brought peace and happiness to the people of Beladai. It was very bit as beautiful as I imagined. To think I would see it with my own eyes. It's nothing short of a dream come true. He bumbles and stumbles through yet another case and still manages to make a girl's dream come true. A gentleman to the end, the bloody bastard. Oh my god, that's such a good end. What's this? A glint in the corner of my eye? A curious scent?
Wafting in on the winds from a far-flung land, do I smell a case? Worry not for me, my friends, for whenever the wronged want for succor, I, Hilidbrand, shall be there.
This motherfucker. All right. Is this? Let me see on the next episode. I'm ready. Oh my god. Hilidbrand will return, question mark. Well, that's it for Hilidbrand in A Realm Reborn. God, it's such a good questline. That's gonna be it from me for tonight too, I think. I'm gonna spend tonight. I'm gonna go find out where the next questline starts. And you know, next time we play, we'll get to the next questline. I believe the story takes us from here into Heavensward. Thank you guys all so much for watching and hanging out. If you liked the stream and you liked what you saw, please consider following along. It helps me out immensely and it'll give you notifications for when I go live. I hope you guys all have a fantastic night, and thank you for coming with me on the finale of the Hilidbrand journey in A Realm Reborn. Next time we come back, it's to Heavensward, and I will see you all next time. Mwah! Bye-bye!